While many of you have what it takes to compete at a professional level, there are certain things the pros are doing that you've entirely overlooked. Today, we're coming at you with the 10 things pros do that you don't. Coming in at number 1, we have super jumps. Super jumps were popularized by Marteaus and are extremely viable. These will allow you to gain multiple layers of high ground without spending any additional materials. Not to mention that they can be absolutely deadly when used on an opponent at the right height. This makes room for some absolutely crazy plays even in stacked endgames. Now, while super jumps are definitely effective, we didn't mention them for that reason alone. Our point is that you need to be staying up to date with all the newest exploits and fighting moves that circle around. Moves like super jump usually don't stay around for long, so it's important to take advantage of them while you still can. Take a look at this clip from Marteaus. Instead of ramping out and going for a high ground retake, he simply super jumps with his floor and mantles onto the opponent for a sneaky kill. As you can see, the opponent has absolutely no idea what just happened. Okay. So with Fortnite being out for more than 5 years now, a majority of players finally understand the core mechanics of piece control. While the basics may work against the average player, you'll be quickly disappointed if you try these moves on an advanced fighter. We're at the point where these players can be in vulnerable situations and still give themselves the upper hand. The most common example of this is with double edits. If you manage to claim a cone and floor above an opponent's head, don't just straight up double edit and take a shot on them. Instead, immediately place a wall after your double edit and make a play from there. Placing this wall will prevent the opponent from also being able to place one themselves, giving them no choice but to wait for your wall edit and take a counter shot. The bottom line is that you need to be more calculated with your piece control and only take shots where you have the best angle. Let's step away from the fighting mechanics for a second and talk about actually competing. While only playing events on your region is totally fine, branching to events on other regions is going to offer tons of additional practice. We're not saying you should make it your goal to place and make earnings in these events, we simply want you guys to get that extra practice in. If you keep up with the pro community, you'd know that a majority of the T1 pros are live all day playing other regions of whatever tournament is going on at that time. If you play on the NA East servers, you'll have time to warm up with the EU Cash Cup, hop into the East Cup, and finish the night off with West. Now, I know this is a ton of Fortnite to be playing in a single day, but there's no practice that comes close to an actual in-game event. You don't need to play on other regions all the time, just do it as you see fit. If you want to continue improving, you need to be learning from others. Whether it's a pro dishing out advice on stream or your friend in a Discord call, you need to keep your ears open and digest any advice given to you. Obviously, you can be the one to judge whether the advice is valid. It's more about the principle of keeping an open mind, something we'll talk about later on. Speaking of learning, head over to ProGuides.com where you can access all our courses and bootcamp content for just $7.99. And if personalized coaching is more your speed, you'll get 10% off any session with any of our pros. While I'm sure most of you checked out our VODs in the past, you probably aren't doing it enough. Even with the VOD system not being new, they are easily one of the best ways to make improvements in your gameplay. Any mistake you make in the game can be broken down from various angles and POVs to see what exactly went wrong. This tool becomes especially useful in stacked endgames, where there's so much going on that you can't possibly pick up on everything around you. This is exactly why the pros are constantly VOD reviewing. Whether it's a random death in arena or a full-on tournament breakdown, VOD reviewing is extremely beneficial and should become a staple of your training routine. While this may sound cliche, you need to keep an open mind if you want to make it as a pro. Fortnite is a game where you can always improve. Thinking you're doing everything right is only going to hold you back in the long run, guys. You should always be looking out for the newest efficient moves to incorporate in your playstyle. We've got you covered here on the channel. I promise you, even the pros at the top are actively learning new moves and tweaking their gameplay in order to stay on top. Like we've said many times, each mistake you make is an opportunity to learn from. The sooner you quit making excuses and start making an effort to improve, the sooner you'll make it to that pro level. Alright Fortnite fam, it's time for the question of the day. Who would you say is your favorite player of Season 4? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. One thing the pros are doing that you probably aren't is aim training on the regular. Now I know this one may seem obvious, but aim training has been slept on for way too long. Whether you're practicing in a creative map or a third-party program like AimLab, putting in the extra time to get your aim where it needs to be will be extremely beneficial. Obviously, the main goal of aim training is to improve your aim, but it helps you out in other areas as well. As you gain better control over your crosshair, your building and editing will get cleaner, especially with those awkward angle edit plays. Alright, coming back to the actual fighting mechanics, the pros are always using their weapons to replace builds. While the pickaxe may get the job done, it's not the most efficient method by any means. Each swing you take, you're putting yourself in a vulnerable situation. If your opponent has solid edit timing, you'll get destroyed pretty quickly. When you use a weapon, you'll be able to start damaging the builds as soon as you approach the box. This means you can leave a build one hit for a quick replacement. One thing we've been seeing a ton of pros doing is shotgunning a wall then switching to their pickaxe to instantly replace it. It's the little things like this that add up over time and separate the pros from the rest. Take a look at this clip from Booga, for example. The opponent is boxed up and pinched between him and his duo. Booga sprays the wall to 1 HP as he approaches, making it a quick and easy wall take for the kill. Although many of you know how to pull off some phase plays, you never actually use them in-game. Phase plays can be used to piece control your opponent without touching a build. Even with them being around for quite a while, most players will panic and not know what to do when it happens to them. If you want a solid idea of what a proper phase trick playstyle looks like, we recommend checking out Noah Riley. Noah is practically the master of phasing and absolutely destroys his opponents because of it. Look at what he does here in this clip. He notices that his opponent doesn't have a cone on their floor. To claim it, he simply positions his crosshair directly below the wall. This forces his opponent to leave his box and get killed. This next one is not necessary, but it definitely gives you an advantage over your opponents. Using a drop map customized to your POI is extremely beneficial. A drop map is basically a screenshot of a POI with various markers indicating the perfect position to deploy your glider based on the bus route. These can be made yourself, but it's very time consuming. You're basically queuing up over and over again to find the most optimal drop. This is why most people just buy one from a drop map creator. You can give these people your preferred landing spot and they'll customize a map just for you. Again, it's definitely not necessary, but when you're competing against the best of the best, every advantage stacks up. Well, that wraps things up for today, Fortnite fam. Did you enjoy the video? Be sure to leave a like and ring that bell to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest tips and tricks we have to offer. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let us know if there's anything you would be interested in learning more about. Remember guys, while it may not be easy to become a pro player, analyzing what separates those at the top from a player like you will really open your eyes. The sooner you start turning these differences into similarities, the sooner you'll reach your goals and make it to that pro level. Once again, my name is Galvanize and I'll see you in our next video here at ProGuides.